You see here is most likely the next big launch from Volkswagen in India. This is the 3-row 7-seater Tayron, also in a way the spiritual successor to the Tiguan AllSpace that was sold earlier in the Indian market. So now we have the Tiguan R-Line in India, and we're still not sure if which version of the Tayron will come to our market, but this car is coming to India really soon. And today we are in Germany driving this car out on some fast highways and some winding roads as well. So I'll tell you all about that in this video. But before that, if you still haven't subscribed to Car and Bike, please do it right now. Also press the bell icon if you like this video and this car, to share it with everyone you know.
Yes, the start of 2026 will see the expansion of the VW portfolio in India in the most practical way. Currently, there is no 7-seater that the brand sells in a market, and the Tayron is going to fill that gap. Skoda launched the new generation Kodiaq in India earlier in the year, and now Volkswagen will have a 3-row SUV hitting the roads. The Tayron has hints of the new gen Tiguan in its design. Many elements remind you of the SUV that was launched in India earlier this year. It is almost 5 meters long, and the highlight on the face is the full-length horizontal LED bar and illuminated Volkswagen logo. High variants also get LED plus headlights, including dynamic headlight range control and dynamic cornering lights. The SUV runs on anything from 18 to 20-inch alloy wheels. The biggest ones are seen on the R-Line. At the rear, you get 3D LED clusters which look quite sporty. Of course, you have different trims with distinct design elements.
You may have seen the Tiguan R-Line recently in India, launched this year only, and this car is very similar to that, especially if you sit here on the front row. Same look, same features, very similar. So you have this big 15-inch screen that is really nice because it's got amazing clarity. It's very responsive as well, and it is very easy to use too. And I really like the screen. I loved it in the Tiguan R-Line, and I like it here in the Tayron as well. A full digital cluster, which is nice, and the steering wheel is loaded with buttons, something I always like. Really, really cool. Come here, you see a lot of storage options between the seats and on the door pockets, and the highlight here are twin wireless chargers. That is a very novel feature on this car, as it was on the Tiguan R-Line too. Two C-type chargers, and because this is the R-Line version of the Tayron, you also get sport pedals and many other really nice elements. Of course, this pattern here on the dash also looks quite nice, and overall you have a big sunroof and a lot of features on the seats as well, including massage as well as heating.
Seat ventilation and 700-watt Harman sound system are optional, while some standard features include wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. 3-zone climate control and ambient lighting in 30 colors is also present here. Interior themes depend on the variant you choose. It is predominantly a dark cabin in the R-Line, just like the one we saw on the Tiguan in India. Second row seats are big enough and come with a 40-20-40 ratio to offer more practicality. In the Tiguan AllSpace sold in India earlier, third row space was limited, which has improved on the Tayron. It will be interesting to see if Volkswagen will bring both the 5 and 7-seat versions of the SUV to India. Driving on the high-speed German autobahns always gives you the liberty of extracting the maximum capacity out of the vehicle. It is not an unfamiliar drivetrain that I sampled, but the character does differ.
Now internationally, the Tayron comes with a lot of engine and gearbox options. You have a petrol, you have a diesel, you have a plug-in hybrid as well. But as has been the case with many cars from the brand in India or from the VW group, we're going to get the tried and tested combination of a 2-liter turbo petrol with a 7-speed DSG. And that is what we're driving right now here in Germany. And it's a combination that's worked well on many cars from the group, and of course from Volkswagen as well. It's got some good power, around 200 bhp and 320 Nm of peak torque, and of course because it's a dual clutch gearbox, then you don't really have any lags when you're driving the car, especially out here at fast speeds. You enjoy driving this combination. It is quite responsive, even though this car is maybe slightly heavier or bigger than the Tiguan R-Line that we've already sampled in India, which also runs on the same drivetrain. But here, the added weight doesn't really hamper the drive experience. It is rather similar.
The well-known and capable 4Motion or all-wheel drive system is available here too, which makes the SUV more versatile something that can take on challenging conditions with ease.
And of course, it's quite a big car, so you expect the dynamics may not be the best when you compare it to some other cars, but it's quite good. It's something that you don't really complain about when driving this car. So changing lanes at high speeds, taking corners at good speeds, it's something you're fairly confident about while driving the Volkswagen Tayron. The steering wheel too is quite engaging. I like that as a driver. So it's not very light, it is quite heavy, and it does keep you busy and engaged when driving the car at all kind of speeds.
The dynamic chassis control pro seen on the Tiguan R line does wonders here too. Available as an option currently, it remains to be seen if this game-changing feature will be offered on the Tayron when the SUV is launched in our market.
So what you get here, also like the Tiguan R line, are a whole lot of level 2 ADAS functions, which definitely make your drive safer, especially on fast-paced highways like these. It's always a welcome function, and in India too, as roads are getting faster and better, it's something that comes to your aid more often than earlier.
Cars from the brand are safe, and that's been proven many times. Even the models sold in India currently come with a 5-star crash test rating, and the Tayron 2 has been able to achieve a similar rating from the stringent Euro NCAP crash test. The Tayron is likely to hit Indian roads in early 2026. Unlike the Tiguan R line, it will be assembled here, which means the SUV could have a more competitive pricing. With its premium finish, practicality and drivability, the Tayron has in it to appeal to many buyers in India and be a worthy alternative to other 7-seat options in the market.